They say that 95% of the ocean remains unexplored. With extreme pressure, frigid temperatures, and total darkness, the deep sea is like another world, one that's almost impossible for us to reach. And in this strange and silent world, evolution has created some truly bizarre creatures that look more alien than earthly. Today, we're diving into the 10 most bizarre deep-sea creatures ever discovered. Number 10, strange octopuses. Octopuses are already unique animals. They have 8 flexible arms, soft, squishy bodies, 3 hearts, 9 brains, and blue blood. They're also incredibly intelligent. Some scientists believe they're as smart as dolphins and apes. But deep-sea octopuses, they take strange to a whole new level. First, there's the flapjack octopus, a tiny jelly-like creature that looks more like a cartoon character than a real animal. It lives in the depths of the eastern Pacific, anywhere from 200 to 1,500 meters deep. With its big round eyes and gelatinous body, it practically defines adorable weirdness. Then there's the Casper octopus, named for its ghostly transparent body. It was discovered near Hawaii, and what made it even more fascinating was its parenting. The female wraps herself around her eggs, sticking to a dead sponge, and stays there without eating until she dies. It's a haunting example of self-sacrifice for the next generation. And finally, the Dumbo octopus, which uses its ear-like fins to glide through the ocean like it's flying. These small octopuses live at some of the deepest depths recorded, up to 7,000 meters down. Number 9. Anglerfish and their scary cousins. The anglerfish might be one of the most iconic deep-sea creatures. It has a built-in fishing rod on its head, a glowing lure used to attract prey close enough to snatch with its massive jaws. But what's even more bizarre is how it mates. The male finds a female, bites into her body and fuses with her permanently. He gets all his nutrients from her in exchange for providing sperm. It's not so much romance as it is full-body commitment. Then there's the viperfish, a long, terrifying predator with huge fangs and a wide jaw. It uses bioluminescence to attract prey in total darkness. And don't forget the dragonfish. These creatures glow too, but in a rare red light that most deep-sea creatures can't see. That gives them a hunting advantage. They can see others without being seen. Some even produce this red glow from organs near their eyes, allowing them to spot prey invisible to others. Number 8. Pelican Flounder in its alien baby form. In the crushing depths of the ocean, survival demands more than just toughness, it demands transformation. One of the most unusual shapeshifters of the deep is the pelican flounder, a bizarre flatfish that manages to look strange at every stage of its life. Found in the Indian and Western Pacific Oceans, this elusive fish lives in a world of eternal night, where water pressure is intense enough to crush most creatures and food is scarce. But the pelican flounder is a master of adaptation, sculpted by evolution to survive in one of Earth's most extreme environments. As adults, they're already odd-looking, flat, asymmetrical fish that rest sideways on the ocean floor with both eyes peering upward from one side of their head. Their camouflage helps them blend in with the muddy seabed, where they wait motionless for prey. But it's during their larval stage that they truly seem like creatures from another world. When pelican flounders are born, they look nothing like their final form. In their early days, they drift near the ocean's surface as tiny, transparent, jelly-like beings with soft, gelatinous bodies and delicate, almost ghostly features. At this stage, they resemble something closer to a jellyfish than a fish, alien, fluid, and nearly invisible in the light-filtered water. It's a clever trick for avoiding predators, as their see-through appearance makes them nearly impossible to spot. As they grow, something remarkable happens. Their body begins to flatten, and one eye migrates across their head, a transformation so extreme it feels like a magic trick of nature. Their color darkens, their body reshapes, and they descend to deeper waters, becoming the bottom-dwelling oddity that scientists recognize today. Despite their peculiar appearance, we still know very little about these deep-sea fish. Much of their life remains a mystery, hidden in the lightless trenches of the ocean floor. But one thing is certain, the pelican flounder is a reminder that in the deep, evolution doesn't just adapt, it reinvents. Number 7. Giant isopods and amphopods. At first glance, these look like creepy, oversized insects. Giant isopods are related to pill bugs, but they're massive, some reaching over 30 centimeters long. They live deep in the cold sea and mostly eat decaying matter. They aren't aggressive, but they're definitely unsettling to look at. The amphopods, another crustacean group, can grow shockingly large in the deep sea too. These creatures look like bizarre versions of tiny shrimp or sea lice, but blown up in size. Thankfully, they're harmless. They just float around in the depths, cleaning up the ocean floor. Number 6. Deep sea hatchet fish. Tiny but absolutely haunting, the hatchet fish is one of the deep sea's most fascinating survivors. Its body is flattened and metallic, shaped uncannily like a miniature silver hatchet, giving the fish both its name and its eerily mechanical look. But it's not the shape that makes this fish so strange. It's the way it manipulates light. Living hundreds to thousands of meters below the surface, the hatchet fish exists in the twilight zone of the ocean, where sunlight barely penetrates. Here, hiding from predators is a matter of life and death. So the hatchet fish evolved a dazzling defense, bioluminescent organs called photophores that run along its belly. These organs emit a faint glow that perfectly mimics the dim light coming from above. This camouflage trick, known as counter-illumination, makes the fish almost invisible when seen from below, effectively erasing its silhouette and allowing it to blend in with the watery ceiling. It's not just the glow that's advanced. The hatchet fish has a pair of large tubular eyes that point sharply upward, a design that allows it to spot the shadows of prey swimming above. These eyes are finely tuned to catch even the faintest traces of light, letting the fish navigate and hunt in near-total darkness. Despite being only a few centimeters long, the hatchet fish packs an impressive set of tools for survival. It may look fragile, almost ghost-like, but it's perfectly built for the deep, stealthy, observant, and biologically brilliant. In a world where light is rare and predators are relentless, the hatchet fish doesn't just survive, it outsmarts. Number 5. Blobfish. If there's one creature that defines the strange and misunderstood world of the deep sea, it's the blobfish, often mocked as the ugliest animal on Earth. With its drooping face, fleshy nose, and gelatinous body, it looks more like a grumpy cartoon character than a real fish. But the truth is, the blobfish's appearance is a lie shaped by pressure, or rather, the lack of it. This bizarre fish lives at depths of around 1,200 meters, nearly 4,000 feet, beneath the ocean surface, off the coasts of Australia and New Zealand. Down there, the pressure is over 100 times greater than at sea level, conditions that would crush a human in seconds. But the blobfish isn't crushed. In fact, it thrives. That sad, melting look we associate with it only happens when the fish is brought to the surface. In its natural environment, it doesn't look like a gelatinous lump. At depth, the blobfish maintains a firmer, more compact form, perfectly adapted to the high-pressure world it calls home. Its body contains very little muscle and no swim bladder, which most fish use to control buoyancy. Instead, the blobfish's gelatinous flesh is slightly less dense than water, allowing it to float effortlessly just above the seafloor without spending energy. It's the ultimate energy saver in a world where food is rare and hunting is risky. Rather than chase prey, the blobfish takes the path of least resistance. It drifts slowly, mouth slightly open, and sucks in whatever organic matter floats by. Tiny crustaceans, marine snow, or other debris sinking from above. It doesn't need to move fast. It doesn't need to look fierce. In the deep sea, efficiency is beauty. So while it may be the butt of countless jokes on land, the blobfish is a perfectly engineered survivor, a soft, pressure-adapted marvel of evolution that reminds us not everything is as it seems, especially in the alien world beneath the waves. Number 4. Barreleye fish. At first glance, the barreleye fish looks like something straight out of a science fiction movie, a strange fusion of machine and marine life. With its dome-shaped, transparent head, it's hard to believe this creature is even real. But it is, and it's one of the ocean's most bizarre deep-sea residents. The most remarkable thing about the barreleye is that you can actually see inside its head. Beneath the clear, fluid-filled shield, two large green, tubular eyes point straight upward, like twin telescopes scanning the water above. These eyes are incredibly sensitive to light, perfect for detecting the faint silhouettes of prey swimming above them in the pitch-black depths of the ocean. For years, scientists were puzzled by this fish. Early specimens had their soft, transparent domes damaged when brought to the surface, making the barreleye look more ordinary than it truly is. But deep-sea footage finally revealed its real form: haunting, delicate, and eerily beautiful. What makes it even more fascinating is that its eyes can rotate inside its head, allowing the fish to shift its gaze forward when it's time to feed. This flexibility gives it a huge advantage in hunting, helping it track tiny drifting organisms with extreme precision. Meanwhile, its small mouth stays ready to snap shut on unsuspecting prey. Number 2. Deep-sea fangtooth. The fangtooth looks like something straight out of a nightmare, a deep-sea horror movie villain brought to life. With its oversized, needle-sharp teeth and shadowy armored body, it seems built for terror. But here's the twist. This menacing creature is only about 15 centimeters long, roughly the size of a pencil, and yet it has the largest teeth in proportion to its body size of any known fish in the entire ocean. Its jagged fangs are so massive, they literally don't fit inside its mouth. To accommodate them, the fangtooth has evolved specialized sockets in its skull, grooves that allow the top fangs to slide in beside its brain when the mouth closes. Without this built-in workaround, the fish wouldn't even be able to shut its jaws. But it's not just the teeth that make the fangtooth an apex predator in the deep. In the eternal blackness of the deep sea, where sunlight can't penetrate and vision is almost useless, it relies on something far more advanced than sight: its highly sensitive lateral line system. This biological sonar-like array runs along the sides of its body, allowing it to detect vibrations and subtle water movements. It's like having built-in radar, making the fangtooth a lethal hunter even in pitch-black waters where other creatures stumble blind. Despite its monstrous appearance, the fangtooth is a surprisingly agile and stealthy predator. It doesn't glow or lure prey. It doesn't need to. Instead, it relies on pure instinct and precision, darting forward at the slightest motion, clamping down with teeth that could impale much larger animals. In the crushing pressure and freezing cold of the deep sea, where food is scarce and danger lurks in every direction, the fangtooth thrives by being small but terrifying. A true reminder that in the ocean's most extreme depths, it's not size that matters. It's survival by any means necessary. Number 1. The siphonophore. Among all the bizarre and beautiful creatures of the deep sea, few are as mind-bendingly strange as the siphonophore. At first glance, you might mistake it for a single, flowing jellyfish, or even a long translucent ribbon drifting through the ocean's midnight zone. But the truth is far stranger. The siphonophore isn't a single animal at all. It's a colony, a living network of many individual organisms, each specialized for a different function, all working together in perfect harmony as if they were one being. Imagine an underwater creature so long it dwarfs even the blue whale. Some siphonophores can stretch out to over 40 meters or around 130 feet, making them among the longest. Yet they're almost ghost-like, so fragile and delicate that they would collapse under their own weight if taken out of the water. Each siphonophore is made up of hundreds, sometimes thousands, of genetically identical zooids, tiny units that cannot survive on their own but are programmed to perform a single task. Some are in charge of movement, pulsing rhythmically to help the colony drift through the dark. Others create long, stinging tentacles that trail behind, ready to paralyze unsuspecting prey with a brush of venom. Others still focus on digestion, reproduction, or coordination. Each part is crucial. Without one, the colony cannot function. To add to its eerie beauty, the siphonophore also wields bioluminescence, soft glowing lights along its body that shimmer in the abyss. These lights can be used to lure prey, confuse predators, or communicate across vast, silent stretches of ocean. When fully extended and glowing, a siphonophore resembles a living constellation drifting silently through the sea. It challenges our very idea of what an animal is. The siphonophore is not a creature in the traditional sense. It's a team of lives, each performing its role with mechanical precision, woven together into something almost alien. It doesn't just live in the deep, it defines its mystery. From glowing predators to creatures that melt when they surface, the deep sea is full of life that challenges everything we know about evolution. These animals have adapted to conditions we can barely imagine, and they're just the beginning. With 95% of the ocean still unexplored, who knows what else is down there?